What's going on YouTube? Dave back again, and today we're taking a look at the Origin spinner from Legacy Spinners and SpineticSpinners.com. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is having a great day. I thought I'd change some things up. Let's see if this ends up coming through or not. If this doesn't have a face cam going on in the upper corner over here, then something went wrong and that got deleted. But if not, here is my glorious face right up in here. As I stated in the intro, today we're going to be taking a look at the Origin spinner from Legacy Spinners and also available on SpineticSpinners.com. Getting the lid off, you are greeted with the spinner itself. This one is in stainless steel, so included in here is an extra bearing. These are stainless steel R188s. Getting the spinner itself out of the packaging, and you are greeted by this monstrous beast, which is the Origin from Legacy Spinners. And let me tell you, this thing is pretty big and beastly. As usual, up in the corner, we'll have a spin time going on. I got just shy of 6 minutes. Now, starting off, I do have to say, I spent the weekend, I chatted with the owner of Legacy Spinners over the weekend. Really cool guy. 50% of all his proceeds from whether they are sales to Spinetic or whether they are sales through LegacySpinners.com actually go to a charity work. There will be a link down in the description to be able to pick this up at both places. What I thought was really cool was in the blurb about us, with a goal in mind, he taught himself enough computer-aided drafting to create the prototype design of the Origin. He also reached out to local doctors and to set up a way for local children suffering from anxiety, ADHD, and pain disorders. Children who aren't fortunate enough to be able to pay for extremely high doctor visits will now benefit from this program locally. In end, 50% of all proceeds generated from LegacySpinners.com will go to help local children suffering from these disorders and help afford doctor's visits. So good job on that. Now, this does come in a stainless steel brass and also in a black electrocoated brass. It is also going to be coming out in titanium, so keep an eye open for that. And there is a limited edition which is in green. This one that I'm presenting to you today is a version 1. Version 1.2, there are some changes. I'll go over that when we get up to the up and close. So without further ado, let's get into it. Getting this guy on the scale, it comes in at 85 grams even, or 3 solid ounces. Now, taking a look at this guy all up and close, the one variation that is different between this and the version 1.5 is the buttons themselves. You can see this is kind of a cog style. You do have this texture on there. I know Ben, aka Average Singaporean, and Gary, which is Speedy Tech Solutions, they kind of had an issue with that sharp edge. I'm not really having an issue with it, but I can definitely see how that can end up happening if you're catching it to do like that. So with the new revisions, the buttons are smooth around. Not only that, they have some of the most affordable exotic metal buttons coming out, which are running about $60, I believe, and that is for Damascus, and that is also for the brass copper Damascus style. Without further ado, let's get the buttons apart. Button 1, button 2, retention ring, the bearing, which is a 10-ball steel, stainless steel R188. I do like the fact that this was nice and cleaned already when I got it and ready to go. Taking a look at the machining on the spinner itself, you can see they did really good with the designing on there. Now, I did find some hot spots which are up on these corners, a little more dominant on one side than the other. I don't find them to be too much of a hindrance, but they are there, and I want to make sure and disclose that. I also believe on the newer versions that they actually rounded the corners a little bit more. You can see the machining mark, nice and smooth. There were no burrs on here. You do get a laser etching on the side here, which says Legacy Spinners. The only downside that I ended up finding with this is on these sides, they are a little rough for my taste, especially compared to these edges, which are pretty smooth. I do kind of like the effect that comes from it, But yeah, just to let you know, this is just a little rough. It gives you a great texture for flicking, but at the same time, if you're someone like me and it ends up sitting there doing this, might be a little annoying for you. Getting this guy back together. Bearing, retention ring, button 1, button 2, spin. Alright, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Origin Spinner from Legacy Spinners. I really enjoy this thing a lot. I do have to say, stay tuned. I do have a version 1.5 on the way for review for you guys, because I can't leave that out. We'll do a comparison, and then guess what? One of these guys is going to get given away, so you don't want to miss that. Lastly, in my opinion, is this worth the money? I think so. Coming in at around $35 to $40 depending on the material and everything, except for the titanium, and I believe that one was about $54 on the site. So and I believe that is well worth the price, especially considering the size of it and everything. For the price, I think this is a great buy at that. So definitely feel free to check that out. There will be links down in the description. If you kind of like this new look and you want me to do more videos, vloggy reviews with the webcam, which is right up there, the face cam, definitely leave a comment down in the description. Let me know if you don't like it, it's just too distraction. Let me know that as well, and we'll kick it off to the side. As usual, YouTube, I want to thank you for hanging out with me and watching my video. If you like what you see, consider subscribing by clicking that icon right over there. Click the bell notification down there so you're notified every time that I update. And if you want to see one of my other videos, click right there or right there. Thank you for hanging out, YouTube. It's been a pleasure. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.